Hey there, it's JG, and today I'm covering 4 and 5-star skill masteries. In recent events, they give out both a 4-star and 5-star skill training pack, these consumables that can take one operator's skill to the max specialization level. If you're like me, you might be sitting on these, agonizing about the best place to use them. Today I'll give you a few ideas for the best skills to master on 4 and 5-star operators. Even if you don't have a training pack, these are some skills that might be worth the resources to master. In the 4-star category, the obvious frontrunner is Myrtle with her S1. She's by far the 4-star operator that shows up the most in high-end content videos. This skill is literally the standard by which I measure Vanguard DP generation, and although a few operators can exceed her, she is a defensible choice for a Vanguard at any difficulty level. Mastering her S1 improves its cycle time for an average of 10% more DP per second, and her first activation improves by 6 seconds. In the second tier of choices, I'd highlight Gummy and Ethan. They are very respectable operators who are on par or better than their 5-star competitors. They don't show up in high-end content a lot, but they are very serviceable in the mid-game or in integrated strategies where the cheap cost of 4 stars is a draw. Gummy's S1 sees a 53% boost to its healing per second, which is a sizable improvement for masteries. Ethan's damage over time effect grows by 42%. These both improve the core value proposition for these units. There are a few more notable 4 stars out there, but they don't improve that much from masteries. Gravel shows up in high-end content as a cheap bait and stall unit, but honestly does that job quite well without masteries. Now let's look at the good 5-star operators to master. Far and away, my top recommendation here is Spectre's S2. Spectre shows up in a ton of challenging boss clears, and it's exactly because of this skill. She's unkillable for its duration, which makes her the go-to choice for stalling dangerous enemies. Mastery 3 improves its duration by 25% and lowers its first activation from 13 seconds to 5 seconds, which makes her viable as an emergency helidrop unit. If you have Spectre and haven't mastered this one, it is absolutely what you should choose. If you don't have Spectre, you should probably save your training pack for when you draw Spectre. It's that much better than the rest of the competition. In the A rank category, there are a couple of good ones. Blue Poison is a nice marksman sniper with mixed physical and arts damage. She's good in a lot of content, and especially interesting in integrated strategies. Her S1 has offensive recovery and triggers quickly, which synergizes powerfully with a bunch of collectibles. Mastering her S1 takes it from triggering on every 4th shot to every 3rd shot. Together with the damage improvement, her total damage output jumps 31% from masteries. Cruise Alter also grows a lot from masteries, reaching the overdrive mode of her skill faster and adding up to 48% to her skill damage. Texas, Cantabile, and Surfer are very viable 5-star vanguards. Masteries modestly improve their DP generation, which can be worthwhile if you plan to use them a lot. Beyond these, here's a very quick overview of some 5 stars with situational skills that can get more interesting with masteries. Before that, please remember to like this video if you learned something and subscribe if you want to see more. Both of Warfarin's skills have situational uses. Her S1 heals based on operator max HP. It's particularly interesting in stages with large attack debuffs like contingency contracts. Those heals get 32% better with masteries. Her S2 imparts an attack buff that's 50% stronger with masteries. Rose Salt's situational S2 spreads out incoming damage over time, which gives you a chance to heal from big hits before you die. With masteries, it diverts substantially more damage. Lapland's S2 gains substantial uptime from masteries, which makes her even better at killing spiders. And finally, Mayor. She's a good use of an early supporter voucher in integrated strategies due to bringing ranged damage plus the ability to block multiple lanes with summons. With masteries, her S1 imparts a substantial dodge buff to any unit adjacent to her Meeboos, which can add a ton of survivability to your run. Those are my top recommendations for using your skill training packs for 4 and 5-star operators. Please subscribe for more Arknights strategy tips. See you next time!